As you make your way to the kitchen, you feel like there's someone following you. A shadow lurks in the background, following in your footsteps. It's your pet dog. But the kitchen isn't the only place your pup can't bear for you to be alone. From the living room to the bedroom and right till the bathroom, pets have a way of wanting your undivided attention every single second. Why do our dogs follow us everywhere? Why do they run in their sleep or spin in circles? And why, oh why, do they love to destroy your favorite household objects? Today, we're looking at 10 weird dog behaviors and the reasons behind them. Number 10 follows you everywhere. You might be asking yourself, why does my dog follow me everywhere? But your dog might be wondering, why not? Several theories have been put forward to explain why dogs tend to follow their primary caregivers, their pet parents, everywhere, such as ancestral behavior, routine, and being social animals. Dogs tend to travel in packs. Domestic dogs, however, do not have a pack to follow. Instead, they adopt human packs and follow wherever they see humans going. Since you're literally the one attending to their every need, your canine companion is more likely to want to follow you around. They've learned your routine when it's time for a walk and when it's time to play and such. Sometimes they follow you around just to remind you of your routine. Lastly, dogs are social animals that prefer being in the company of others. Your pet loves you to the point that it wants to spend every waking second with you. It's hard to be annoyed with puppy dog eyes looking up at you. Number 9. Running in their sleep. Look up sleepwalking dog on YouTube and you'll probably find loads of compilation videos of adorable little puppies running while being half asleep. However, what we deem as being adorable and goofy is actually problematic for the dog. In animals, brain activity during functioning and while at rest is pretty much the same. Your puppy's brain sends signals to its much larger muscles which compels it to move around and essentially act out the dream. This wouldn't be a problem if the pet parent found a way to stay awake all through the night and monitor their overly active but semi-conscious puppy. Number 8. Fear of loud noises. Loud noises and pets don't go too well. There are several reasons why your pet might act out whenever it hears a loud noise. They see the way you react to it and assume it's a sign of trouble. They're afraid something might happen to them or to you, and they might associate it with a bad memory. For example, pets tend to be scared of thunder because they associate it with a sharp flash of light and darkness all around. The scene in itself is unfamiliar and scary for the animal, which is why they are fearful of the sound. It's important to address these fears before they turn into phobias. Try to correlate these sounds with good memories for your pet. For example, during a thunderstorm, try to distract your pet with fun activities instead, and then play with it every time you suspect thunder. Number 7. Eating feces. This one has confused pet parents for the longest time. Why does my pet have a palate for poop? Well, this might have something to do with their genes, because dogs used to scavenge far and wide for food. They would ultimately eat whatever they found, including feces. What you might think is disgusting is actually normal for your pet. However, experts advise against letting your pets get too used to eating poop. Luckily, dogs do not actively go out in search of excrements to nibble on. Just make sure their diet has enough fiber that they don't go around looking for it in other places. Number 6. Spinning around in circles. What happens when your pet won't stop chasing its tail? You might think it's common behavior because there are a ton of dogs out there that chase their tail. However, is their tail really that fascinating? Or is there something else going on? We'll start off with the best possible scenario, the zoomies. The zoomies are where your pet starts running around the whole backyard in an inexplainable boost of energy. Your dog will run laps and won't get tired for what will seem like forever. Zoomies can happen after your dog has just had a joyous thing happen, a good meal, a nice bath, a favorite toy and such. It's their way of releasing all that pent-up energy. Now on to the worst case scenario, an ear infection. If the fluid inside of the ear is disrupted, it'll cause a shift in the animal's equilibrium and they won't be able to sit still for long. This will have them running around, trying to find their center of gravity all over again. Number 5. Separation anxiety. Why is it that every time you leave your front door, your dog lays its tail down and makes those adorable, sad puppy dog eyes? There's one simple rule to always remember when it comes to pets. Love comes before trust. Your pet will learn to love you long before they're able to fully trust you. What they're facing every time you walk out the door is separation anxiety. Will they ever come back? Why did they leave me here? It's important to help your dog adapt to the situation rather than let them be. Follow a routine and get your pet acquainted with your routine. When you leave, when you come back, and such. This will make them feel more at ease because they'll familiarize themselves with when to expect you back every single day. Number 4, hates other dogs. Some people are extroverts, some are introverts, and some are ambiverts. But do you, as a human being, have a natural disdain for your own species? Then why do dogs seem to hate some other dogs? The reason to this might be overly simple, or not at all. Some theories suggest that dogs raised in an exclusive human environment will be more inclined towards humans than dogs. Others suggest that some dogs are more appreciative of certain breeds, but not of all. For example, your Shih Tzu might not be all that friendly with a pit bull. Likewise, a King Spaniel probably would have the best time frolicking amongst other dogs at a dog park. Then there are the Golden Retrievers, who just love everyone. Number 3, compulsive behavior. Chasing shadows, chasing its tail, running around, and other weird quirks? Maybe your dog is doing all of that just because it is assumed that's what you enjoyed. When you see your puppy doing something that's adorable, you reinforce that behavior with something positive. For example, a treat or words of affirmation. The dog can sense that you enjoy what they're doing and will actively try to do more of it. This is essentially their way of being of service. Number 2, barking at everyone. Have you ever noticed how your dog will only bark at the mailman once he or she comes to your front porch? Even though your pet will probably see the post truck driving by the end of the street, they'll only have a problem with the postman or postwoman when they see them approaching your front steps. Why is that so? Well, it's pretty easy actually. It's their home too. Your dog probably has the entire property marked. It knows where your porch starts and where your backyard ends. Your pet sees this as their territory too, and whenever they see someone they aren't familiar with approaching their area, they'll bark. Barking is done either to ward off the intruder or to alert you towards a potential threat. Number 1, destroying things. The age-old tale of the dog that ate someone's homework might actually have some truth to it. If your pet feels lonely, bored, or is angry, then it'll resort to destroying property. If you've been away for a while and your pet wants to feel you close by, it'll go look for things you own. For example, your pet will start sniffing your throw pillows and then ultimately resort to destroying them in an effort to play with it or because they're just bored. It's important to keep your pet active at all times for your property's sake. Alright, comment down below if you learned a thing or two about your dog today. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to INFORAMA, and we'll see you in the next one.